Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops.
Yo.
When it went off, I was like, oh,
it's me.
When you know that dread,
with the knowledge,
like, oh, no.
the one and only, one of my early mentors, inspiration, everything you need. Follow the man.
I'm skint now because I had to pay Eddie Hearn for that. That's some bullshit, isn't it? Now, big up Eddie Hearn. Deontay Wilder. Eddie Hearn says,
Deontay Wilder,
you've got to send a message. You've got to send this message to Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder. Deontay likes me secretly. This is a message for Deontay Wilder. We're here. We're waiting for you. Let's go. But first, we're going to win that WBO belt, and then it's going to be 3-on-1, baby.
You heard it. Big up Deontay Wilder anyway. You know the rules.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chat, channel donations, Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We are working. Bump, 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 bump. Now, you've seen the clip at the beginning. Eddie Hearn, he was with Sky Sports personnel and Spencer Farron, and you heard him. He says Joshua versus, they're working on a deal basically for Joshua to face Joseph Parker. We're going off after that WBO belt, and then Deontay Wilder. And the great thing about this is what I love about my job and being my own boss and stuff is I give it to you guys so real and transparent. I have 100%, which is important, and you guys got to study up and learn about this, but I have 100% creative control, meaning I don't have no one putting a battery in my back forcing me to say something or this and that. I do my thing, make my money, and keep it pushing, and I get to speak my mind. So I'm fortunate how I came up in the game in that regard. And I always say this to you guys: listen to what people say then and now. And I was doing live streams, I was making videos, and I was almost fighting to see Wilder versus Joshua. Great fight, great unification, and there was a level of resistance from fans, and I noticed a lot of them happen to be from the UK, and there's different vernacular and jargon words, maybe a screen name that you could tell where they're from. I'm not saying everybody, but like I said, listen to what people say then and now. For all those people who were making non-stop excuses why Deontay Wilder does not deserve, after decimating Bermane Stiverne in one round and making waves with that knockout, and people were yet and still making all these excuses for Joshua Wilder not happening next. Oh, Wilder got to fight Dillian White, who wasn't even coming off a great performance against Robert Helenius. He hasn't sold out a stadium. Look, ask random people in New York and they don't even know who he is. Yeah, but if you do that test with a ton of other names, people wouldn't know who they are. Ask them who George St. Pierre is. Ask them who Anthony Joshua is. Ask them who Eddie Hearn is. Ask them who Danny Swift Garcia is. They're not going to know that either, because again, I'm not going to rehash this, but in short, America competes with other very popular pastimes in sports. You know what I mean? You got like global stars like LeBron James and just different people, right? Where it's huge. You know what I mean? You got the battle of the NBA, NFL. Everybody knows who Tom Brady is. Things of that sort. So you can't compare the notoriety of certain boxers as a sport who's growing again in the public eye. You know what I mean? Just because it's not Mike Tyson or something. See, and the other thing is, Mike Tyson used to say and do a lot of stuff that would be condemned right now. You know what I mean? Look at all these Matt Lauer and sexual harassment suits. Mike Tyson was talking about, yeah, I normally don't answer questions from females unless they're trying to fornicate, so what's up? You know what I mean? You can't. This politically correct society, that would never pass. You know what I mean? All the, what's the BLT, I don't know, LGBT or whatever it's called. You know what I mean? All the stuff, the homoerotic things that Mike Tyson would say, like, I'll fuck you till you love me. You know what I mean? All that. You couldn't say that now. You know what I mean? So it's just different times. So people need to stop comparing. Oh, everyone knows Mike Tyson. Yeah, but he was also this lunatic personality type. Even for the ass, for the everybody. You know what I mean? He's doing all that. So it's different times. Anyway, back to Wilder Joshua. It's a good fight, but like I said, listen to the setup, listen to what people are saying, and you notice I haven't changed one bit. Like Genuine, same OG, same OG. I'm saying the same thing, and I told you. To me, Eddie Hearn realizes that Deontay Wilder is the biggest threat, at least as far as the active champions, right? And that's why they're trying to extend the gravy train, take the fight with Joseph Parker, which they're not there yet, but they're working on it, negotiating on it, and try to collect his belt, get that paycheck and get that payday, hopefully get past him, and then due to pressure, make the fight with Wilder. But all that stuff that people are saying, and Joshua will annihilate Wilder and all this, then why is Eddie Hearn, why not fight Wilder next? He was demanding and begging for the fight next. You know what I mean? He's gonna have to go through the motions and wait now and find someone else to fight in the meantime. But realistically, why not fight him next if he's easy work? And it just goes to show you everything that I've been saying has been true regarding this situation. Because if you really keep it a buck, Joseph Parker, he's the newest champion, and it's not like he's just as popular. You know what I mean? He might do solid numbers in New Zealand because they don't really have many. Who they have? Anthony Mundine, you know what I'm saying? David Tua. So, you know what I mean? He might do decent numbers out there, but he's not no worldwide star or anything like that. Newest champion, and he's had more suspect recent performances. Like his fight with Raz Kovajan or whatever his name is, and he fought on YouTube pay-per-view against Huey Fury. And that wasn't a stellar performance. It wasn't a great fight, things like that. So why would Eddie Hearn and Team Joshua be pursuing the guy who is the newest champion instead of letting him, even though he's saying, I understand he's saying he's ready and he wants to fight and stuff like that, but why pursue him? Because you consider him the weakest link more so than Deontay Wilder. Because like I said, if we're judging performances, there's no way on earth you could say Deontay Wilder stopping a guy in that fashion that he had went the distance with before in Bermane-Severn was a less emphatic victory than Joseph Parker beating Huey Fury in the fashion he beat him. And if you really think about it, and this is no shade to Joseph Parker, I like him, but I think he's still developing. I could think of a couple of performances where actually, since he's become a champion, his performances have kind of regressed. I think he put on some more solid performances before becoming the champion. But even in the fight where he fought for the vacant belt and became the WBO champion, right, against Andy Ruiz Jr., some people had Ruiz Jr. winning that particular fight. So it's not like he's winning by a mile or like a landslide. He's just blowing these guys out. You know what I mean? That was a very competitive, back and forth, tug of war type of fight with Andy Ruiz. You know what I mean? Huey Fury, some people might have even had him winning in a lackluster fight. So to me, it's apparent that that's why Eddie Hearn and Team Joshua are going after Joseph Parker, because he's easier pickings than what Wilder brings to the table, period. And I mean, the aspect of it is smart, because if they beat him, they'll have 3 belts, which is kind of bad news for Deontay Wilder, because if they're already talking about we're going to have to overpay Wilder and he's not worth this value and stuff like that, the fact that Team Wilder let him get away, Joseph Parker that is, and if Joshua beats Parker, then he'll have every belt except for Wilder's belt. You know what I mean? So now he could really try to power play in negotiations. So that's kind of a bad look for Deontay Wilder, unless hopefully Eddie Hearn and his team are still going to be fair and not going to try to bombard Wilder with like, oh, we got all the belts, we don't need you, and, you know what I mean, to the point where the fight doesn't happen. But I think if we stay on top of it as fans, the pressure will be too much for Wilder and Joshua. They have to fight in 2018. But to me, it's a lot of sly moving, a lot of strategy in what's happening, and there's some smoke screens, to be honest. You know what I mean? Fans and people acting like Wilder's not worthy, So if Wilder's not worthy, then how are you going to take a champion who's less anointed, who's done less, has less title defenses, and less, given the competition he's fought, less dramatic endings and stuff in Joseph Parker, and you're willing to make that fight next? So to me, it's very apparent that they're trying to extend it, maybe give Joshua the extra belt, extra confidence, more on the job learning, and then put him in there with Wilder, because they know Wilder is dangerous, and he's more dangerous than, for Joshua, he's the most dangerous, which is what I've been telling you. His stylistic, what he does well, athleticism, good jab, moving, that power, stuff like that, being an inch taller, he has the most difficult style for Joshua, and that's Tyson Fury included. You know what I mean? Because one, we don't know what Tyson Fury is going to be like. Two, Tyson Fury got rocked, from what I heard, by Joshua in sparring, and he doesn't hit as hard as Wilder. So to me, like I said, everything I've been saying is now being proven, and to me, this is why that Eddie Hearn and Team Joshua would be pursuing Joseph Parker, who hasn't looked exceptional, instead of Deontay Wilder next. But as long as the fight happens as scheduled in 2018, it is what it is. It's just, we got to get past another hurdle, another set of fights before seeing it. But all that bullshit excuses that people are throwing out, throw that out the window. Oh, Wilder doesn't deserve it, but Joseph Parker does. They're both champions, but if we really look at it, who's the more proven champion? Who's the more charismatic champion? Who's the champion with more knockouts and stuff like that? Let me know your thoughts. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.